The morning sky over Earth was calm and bright. Birds flew across the cities, and the sun shone over mountains and oceans. People walked to work, children played in parks, and the world seemed peaceful. No one could imagine what was coming. Deep in space, far beyond the reach of any telescope, something stirred. Massive shapes moved silently between stars. They were not like anything humans had seen before. Their ships were enormous, dark, and almost alive. They moved with purpose, as if the universe itself had whispered a secret to them. On Earth, scientists at the Global Space Observatory noticed strange signals. The signals were unlike anything in their databases. They pulsed with strange energy and seemed intelligent. Dr. Elena Roberts, one of the leading astrophysicists, stared at the screen in disbelief. "This is not natural," she whispered. Her voice shook. "It's something else. Something alive." News outlets began reporting unusual sightings. Strange lights appeared in the skies above major cities. People thought it was a meteor shower at first, but the lights moved too fast, too deliberately. Across the world, governments scrambled to understand the threat. Military jets were sent to investigate, but even the fastest planes could not reach the objects. The ships were massive, taller than any building, stretching across miles. Their surfaces shimmered with colors no one could describe, like liquid metal under fire. As they hovered above Earth, an eerie silence fell. No sound came from them, no weapons were fired, yet the world felt the weight of their presence. In New York City, traffic stopped. People looked up in fear and wonder. Children held their parents' hands tightly. Someone whispered, "Are they here to destroy us?" Others thought it might be visitors, travelers from another world. But deep inside, everyone felt the same chill of fear. Dr. Roberts and her team worked tirelessly to decode the signals. Days passed and hours as they tried to understand the alien language. Finally, a single message appeared on their monitors. "Earth will belong to us, or perish." The words were simple, but the meaning was clear. The aliens were not here to negotiate. They had come to take, to conquer, or to destroy. Panic spread like wildfire. World leaders held emergency meetings, but there was no plan for something like this. Earth had never faced an enemy like this before. Military commanders ordered jets and missiles to be ready. Ships were deployed across oceans. Satellites tracked every movement of the alien fleet. Yet, for every move humanity made, the aliens seemed to know in advance. Their technology was far beyond human understanding. It was as if the universe itself had handed them a power humans could not even imagine. Meanwhile, ordinary people faced their own fears. Families barricaded their homes, unsure if safety was still possible. Streets were filled with anxious crowds, whispering rumors of invasion and death. Shops closed, schools emptied, and cities braced for the unknown. Amidst the chaos, small acts of courage appeared. A young pilot named Jason volunteered to fly a reconnaissance mission into the alien fleet. He knew it was dangerous, perhaps even suicidal, but he could not stand by. "If we don't learn something, we won't survive," he said, gripping the controls of his fighter jet. As Jason approached the massive ships, he felt a mix of awe and terror. The aliens were everywhere, surrounding Earth in a silent, unyielding ring. He saw shapes moving inside the ships, tall, dark figures that seemed to watch him even from thousands of feet away. His instruments went haywire, but somehow he survived, returning to Earth with one message. The aliens were not just powerful, they were intelligent, strategic, and patient. Back on Earth, the world waited in suspense. Every night, more ships appeared in the sky. Cities across the globe lit up with panic alarms and emergency broadcasts. Yet, for all the fear, humans felt something unexpected. An instinct to survive, a spark of courage that no alien threat could extinguish. As part one of this story closes, the world holds its breath. The aliens are here, the threat is real, and humanity stands on the edge of an unknown fate. The sky is no longer just blue, it is a battlefield waiting to erupt. And somewhere, deep in space, the alien leader watches. It studies the humans, learning, calculating. Its message is clear: resistance is futile, but amusing. Earth is about to face the greatest challenge in its history. And this is only the beginning. After the terrifying arrival of the alien ships, the world was no longer the same. Streets once filled with laughter and life were now crowded with fear and confusion. Governments declared emergencies. Military bases were on high alert. Scientists worked day and night to understand the alien technology, but it seemed almost impossible. Dr. Elena Roberts studied the alien signals with her team. Every code they decrypted revealed more questions than answers. The aliens were not mindless invaders, they were intelligent, adaptive, and calculating. "They are watching us," Elena said to her colleagues, her voice steady but tense. Every move we make, they notice. Every defense we build, they anticipate. Military leaders held global strategy meetings. Tanks rolled through cities. Fighter jets soared into the sky, and nuclear bunkers were checked and rechecked. Yet, despite all the preparation, the humans felt small, tiny ants in front of a force that seemed unstoppable. The aliens were patient. Days passed and no direct attacks came at first. Some saw this as mercy, but others knew better. Jason, the young pilot who had flown near the alien fleet, warned, "They are waiting. And when they strike, it will be sudden, and it will be devastating." Meanwhile, panic spread among civilians. People left their homes, forming long lines at food stores. Rumors of alien abductions and secret experiments circulated. Fear became a part of daily life. Yet, even in the chaos, courage and hope appeared in small ways. Families stayed together. Strangers helped one another. Humans remembered they could fight, if only they could find the way. In space, the alien ships moved silently, circling Earth like predators around prey. Satellites recorded strange energy emissions, but no human weapon could reach the ships. The aliens seemed untouchable. Humanity's only chance was knowledge. The scientists' work became the most critical task on the planet. Dr. Roberts' team made a shocking discovery. Hidden patterns in the alien signals suggested that the aliens were learning from humans. Every defense, every tactic, every move was being observed and adapted. "They are not just strong," Elena said. "They are smart. And the smarter they are, the harder it will be to survive." As humans scrambled to prepare, the first attack came without warning. A small city near the ocean was destroyed in a matter of minutes. Ships appeared from the sky, firing beams of energy that leveled buildings. People ran screaming in the streets. Emergency sirens wailed across the world. The destruction was unlike anything humans had ever seen. Yet even in defeat, there were sparks of bravery. Small groups of people resisted. Jason led a team of pilots to save civilians trapped in the chaos. Soldiers risked their lives to evacuate the injured. Ordinary people became heroes, showing that courage could exist even against overwhelming odds. At the same time, global leaders tried to communicate with the alien fleet. Attempts failed. Every message sent was ignored, or returned with cryptic symbols that humans could not understand. The aliens' intentions were clear. They were here to conquer, and they would not negotiate. The suspense of the unknown gripped humanity. What did the aliens want? Why Earth? Could humans survive against such an enemy? Questions raced through minds everywhere. Scientists, soldiers, and civilians alike were forced to face a terrifying truth. Survival would require more than weapons. It would require strategy, unity, and bravery beyond anything they had known. In the skies above, the alien leader observed Earth closely. Its ships moved silently as if testing the humans, learning every weakness. They are strong, it thought, but fragile. They fight with heart, not with logic. This will be interesting. As Part 2 comes to an end, the world is on edge. Cities are in ruins. Fear fills the hearts of humans. But hope, however small, still flickers. Humans realize that survival will not come easily. The aliens are powerful, intelligent, and relentless. But humans have something no alien can predict: courage, creativity, and the will to fight for their home. The story ends on a chilling note. A massive shadow crosses the moon, casting darkness over the Earth. The aliens are preparing for their next move. Humanity must be ready, or face total annihilation. The night was quiet, too quiet. Across the world, people slept under uneasy skies, unaware that the aliens were preparing to strike. Their ships hung silently in orbit, massive and dark, like shadows waiting to crush everything below. For humans, it was the calm before a storm that no one could escape. Suddenly the silence shattered. Bright beams of energy shot down from the alien ships, cutting through cities like lightning. Buildings crumbled. Streets erupted in fire. Explosions shook the ground. Panic swept through every corner of Earth. No one had ever seen destruction like this before. The first strike had begun. In New York, Jason and his squadron took to the skies in their fighter jets. Their mission was to protect civilians and fight back, but even their most advanced weapons barely scratched the alien hulls. "Stay focused," Jason shouted over the roar of engines and explosions. "We can't let them destroy everyone." Despite their courage, humans were losing ground. Alien ships moved with perfect precision, targeting military bases, communication towers, and critical infrastructure. The invaders were fast, adaptive, and ruthless. Every tactic humanity tried seemed useless. The aliens seemed to anticipate each move before it even happened. On the ground, soldiers fought bravely, holding back waves of alien drones that appeared out of nowhere. Civilians hid in underground shelters, listening to the chaos above. Some prayed. Others fought back using whatever they could find, makeshift weapons, vehicles, anything to defend their homes. Amid the chaos, small victories appeared. A group of engineers managed to hack into a minor alien drone, temporarily shutting it down. Children's laughter echoed briefly in a ruined park when they saw the drone fall from the sky. It was a small moment of hope, a reminder that humans could fight back even when the odds seemed impossible. Dr. Elena Roberts worked frantically with her team, analyzing alien technology in real time. If we can understand their energy shields, she said, we might be able to stop them, or at least slow them down. Every second counted. Every discovery could mean the difference between survival and extinction. Jason received an urgent message from his command center. A massive alien ship was heading toward the city's central district. It's huge, the commander warned. We don't have enough firepower to stop it. Jason gritted his teeth. Then we'll fight smart. We have to. Flying toward the colossal ship, he saw the alien beings inside for the first time. They were tall, dark, and humanoid but completely alien. Their eyes glowed faintly, and their movements were precise, like machines, but with intelligence that sent a chill down his spine. The alien leader was on board, watching humanity struggle. Its presence was terrifying. The battle escalated. Fighter jets clashed with alien drones in the sky. Missiles exploded against shimmering alien shields. Cities shook as massive energy weapons tore through the earth. Humanity was fighting back, but every victory came at a terrible cost. Buildings fell. Streets burned. Hundreds were lost. Despite the horror, humans refused to surrender. Jason and his squadron led daring attacks, striking alien weak points they could identify. Civilians cheered in hiding when news spread of the brave pilots' efforts. It was not enough to stop the invasion, but it reminded everyone that humans would not give up without a fight. Meanwhile, in orbit, the alien leader observed. They are strong in spirit but weak in power, it thought. Interesting. Perhaps they will entertain us longer than expected. Its ships shifted position, preparing a weapon no human had ever imagined. A hum of energy spread across the sky, a sound that made the hairs on the back of every human neck stand up. At the end of Part 3, the world holds its breath. Humanity has fought valiantly, but the aliens' true power has not yet been revealed. Cities lie in ruins. Families are scattered. And in the shadow of the largest alien ship, a new weapon begins to glow, silent, deadly, and unstoppable. The suspense is unbearable. Will humanity survive the first strike? Or is this only the beginning of a war that could destroy the planet? The world was bruised, broken, and frightened. Cities lay in ruins, their once bustling streets now empty and silent. Yet, despite the devastation, humanity refused to surrender. People were scared, yes, but courage burned brighter than fear. In a hidden laboratory deep underground, Dr. Elena Roberts and her team worked tirelessly. Hours turned into days as they studied the alien technology captured during the first strike. The glowing energy weapons, the shimmering shields, and the strange communications were all mysteries, but slowly patterns began to emerge. "Elena, look at this," one of her assistants whispered, pointing to a series of energy pulses on the screen. "These pulses, they repeat. If we can predict them, we can exploit their shields." Elena's heart raced. A glimmer of hope appeared. Humanity's survival might depend on this discovery. "We have to test it," she said. "If we get this right, we could turn the tide against them." Across the globe, humans prepared for the next wave of attacks. Soldiers trained, civilians volunteered, and underground networks formed to share information. Humanity had learned quickly. Survival required unity, strategy, and courage. Meanwhile, the alien ships remained in orbit, calm and silent. Their leader observed every move humans made, learning, adapting, calculating. It was intelligent, patient, and merciless. They fight with heart, not logic, it thought. Interesting. Their courage is unexpected. Let us see if it can save them. Jason flew another mission to scout the alien positions. The skies were dangerous, filled with drones and energy blasts. His squadron moved with precision, dodging attacks and observing the alien strategies. Every detail they gathered was crucial. Every second counted. Back in the lab, Dr. Roberts' team made a breakthrough. They discovered that the alien ships relied on a specific energy source that could be disrupted. If humans could target it at the right moment, the alien shields would fail. The problem was dangerous. Humans had only one chance to strike, and failure could mean complete annihilation. Elena sent the findings to the military. Plans were drawn in secret. Teams were assembled to infiltrate the alien fleet and deploy the weapon. Ordinary people were chosen for extraordinary tasks. Farmers, engineers, pilots, and scientists, all working together to protect their home. As humans prepared, the aliens sensed the growing resistance. A massive warning flashed across the skies. A projection of the alien leader appeared above a city, towering like a living shadow. Its glowing eyes scanned the world below, and a cold, echoing voice spoke. "You have spirit. You have courage. But it will not save you. Earth will fall, soon." Fear swept through the population, but it did not break them. Instead, it hardened their resolve. The humans realized they were not powerless. The aliens may have been strong, but they had a weakness, a secret that could turn the battle in humanity's favor. On the day of the first counterattack, the skies were filled with tension. Fighter jets roared, energy weapons hummed, and hidden teams moved into position. Jason led the strike force, his heart pounding with fear and hope. Every human knew the risk. Every human knew the stakes. As they approached the alien fleet, something extraordinary happened. Humans activated their secret weapon, a pulse of energy precisely timed to disrupt the alien shields. A wave of light spread across the sky. Alien ships wavered, their defenses flickering and failing. For the first time, humanity could strike effectively. Chaos erupted within the alien fleet. They had never anticipated such a strategy. Humans attacked with everything they had: missiles, energy beams, and tactical maneuvers. The battlefield above Earth became a storm of light, sound, and courage. Jason's squadron flew directly toward the alien leader's flagship. Every heartbeat was filled with fear, but also determination. Humanity's survival depended on their bravery. And for the first time, the impossible seemed possible. As Part 4 ends, the aliens reel from the human surprise attack. Their leader watches, intrigued but furious. Humans have shown that courage, ingenuity, and determination are forces even alien technology cannot fully predict. The suspense hangs thick. Can humanity push further? Can they exploit this advantage before the aliens recover? Or will the aliens retaliate with an even deadlier weapon? The sky over Earth burned with light. Human ships streaked through the clouds, dodging beams of alien energy. Explosions rocked cities, shaking the ground, sending smoke spiraling into the air. This was no longer just a fight. It was a war, the greatest in human history. Jason led his squadron through the chaos. Every pilot knew the stakes. Every human knew that failure meant the end of their world. Alien ships moved with deadly precision, firing energy blasts that could obliterate buildings in seconds. Yet, humanity had a weapon now, a secret discovered by Dr. Elena Roberts and her team, and they used it with courage and cunning. On the streets, soldiers and civilians fought side by side. Makeshift barricades were erected. Tanks rolled through ruined neighborhoods. People threw themselves into the fight with determination, knowing that their home, their families, and their entire planet depended on their bravery. Ordinary humans were performing extraordinary feats. A farmer used an improvised drone to disable an alien energy turret. A young girl guided civilians through the rubble, keeping them safe. Every small act mattered. Above the Earth, Jason's squadron targeted the alien flagship. The massive ship shimmered with alien energy, towering over everything. Beams of light shot from its hull, destroying anything in their path. Jason and his team weaved through the attacks, dodging fire and returning precise strikes at weak points discovered by Dr. Roberts' research. The aliens fought back fiercely. Waves of drones poured from their ships, attacking with deadly speed. Yet humans adapted quickly. Engineers hacked minor alien systems, causing confusion. Pilots attacked from unexpected angles. Humanity had learned to fight the alien strategy with strategy of their own. Inside the alien flagship, the leader observed. They are resilient. Stronger than anticipated, it thought. Its glowing eyes scanned the battlefield. Interesting, but will it be enough? It activated a new weapon, massive and deadly, aimed to wipe out human fleets and crush Earth itself. Jason saw the weapon charging. The energy field expanded like a glowing storm, threatening everything in its path. He gritted his teeth. We have to stop it. Now, he shouted to his squadron. They dove through a hail of fire, risking everything to reach the alien ship's core. Every second was a battle for survival. On the ground, humanity's efforts synchronized with the pilots' attacks. Dr. Roberts directed teams to hit alien energy nodes on Earth, disrupting power lines and communications that the aliens relied on. Explosions rocked the skies as human and alien forces collided. It was chaos, destruction, and courage all at once. In a daring move, Jason and a few elite pilots infiltrated the alien flagship. Inside, the alien leader awaited, a towering figure of intelligence and terror. Beams of energy cut through corridors. The pilots dodged, fired, and advanced, knowing that this mission could decide the fate of the world. Finally, they reached the core of the alien ship. The energy pulsed with power beyond imagination. Jason planted a device designed by Dr. Roberts' team. It would overload the ship's systems, giving humans a fighting chance. The seconds ticked like hours. Sweat ran down his face. One wrong move and Earth would fall. Outside, the battle raged. Alien ships were disabled one by one. Energy weapons faltered. Humans pressed forward, taking advantage of the confusion. Courage, ingenuity, and teamwork shone brighter than alien technology. The device Jason planted detonated. The flagship shuddered. Beams faltered. Explosions erupted inside the alien ship. Slowly it began to collapse. The remaining alien fleet retreated, pulled back by the loss of their leader's command. Humanity had won this battle, but at a cost. Cities were in ruins, millions had been lost, and the sky remained a scarred battlefield. Even as humans celebrated their victory, they knew the war was far from over. The alien leader had retreated, but it had survived. Its last message echoed in human minds: "This is only the beginning. We will return." Humans stood amidst the ruins, battered but unbroken. Courage, unity, and ingenuity had turned the tide. Ordinary people had become heroes. Humanity had survived against unimaginable odds. But the universe held more challenges, more threats, and more mysteries. As Part 5 ends, suspense hangs over the planet. Humanity has triumphed for now, but the alien leader watches from the shadows of space. New threats may be approaching. The fight for Earth is won, but the war for survival continues. The skies over Earth were quiet now, but the silence was not peace. It was the calm after a storm, a quiet heavy with the weight of what had just happened. Cities lay in ruins. Fires still smoldered in neighborhoods once filled with laughter and life. Yet among the ashes, humanity stood tall. They had survived the impossible. Jason walked through the streets of a battered city, his uniform torn, his face streaked with dirt and sweat. Around him, survivors moved cautiously, helping the injured, salvaging supplies, and comforting those who had lost everything. It was a slow, painful rebuilding, but it was alive. Humanity had endured. Dr. Elena Roberts stood on a rooftop overlooking the city, her eyes scanning the night sky. The alien fleet had retreated, pulled back by the destruction of their flagship and the courage of humans who had fought with ingenuity and bravery. "We did it," she whispered, though she knew the war might not be over. "We fought. And we survived." Across the globe, similar scenes played out. Soldiers and civilians alike were celebrated for their heroism. Ordinary people had become legends in a matter of days. Farmers, engineers, teachers, and students, none of them trained warriors, had risked everything to save their home. Humanity had shown that courage, determination, and unity could overcome even the most advanced alien technology. But in the shadows of space, the alien leader watched. Its fleet had retreated, but its eyes glowed with intelligence and calculation. "They are resilient," it thought. "Stronger than I expected. Their courage, it is fascinating. Perhaps they are not so weak after all. But this is not the end." Back on Earth, scientists continued their work. Dr. Roberts and her team studied the remains of alien technology, hoping to learn from it, to prepare for the future. Every piece of data was precious. Every discovery could mean survival if the aliens returned. Humanity had won the battle, but the war for survival was far from over. Jason and his squadron gathered, exhausted but victorious. They had flown through fire and destruction, faced unimaginable danger, and returned to tell the tale. "We've survived," Jason said, looking at the horizon. "But they'll be back, and we have to be ready." Civilians joined the rebuilding efforts. Streets were cleared, hospitals repaired, and shelters rebuilt. Communities formed stronger bonds, united by the shared experience of survival. Humans had discovered something greater than any weapon: the strength of spirit, the power of courage, and the unbreakable will to fight for home and family. And then, a signal appeared on the edge of human sensors. A faint, pulsing signal from deep space, farther than any human had ever explored. It was different from the previous alien communications. It was almost a warning, or perhaps an invitation. Dr. Roberts stared at the monitors, heart pounding. "It's coming from another galaxy," she whispered. "Something else is out there. Something bigger." Jason looked up at the stars. "We survived this," he said, "but this universe is bigger than we imagined. And we're not alone." The camera of the story pans slowly to the night sky. A faint shadow moves across the stars, invisible to the naked eye but enormous in scale. The suspense is thick. Humanity has won for now, but the universe is full of mysteries, dangers and adventures yet to come. In that moment, humans knew one thing with certainty. Earth was their home and they would fight to protect it, no matter what came next. And somewhere, far beyond the reach of current human knowledge, eyes watched. The universe had noticed humanity, and the story of Earth was far from finished.